Again, good morning. Welcome to Moxi Monday. So today it's going to be pretty simple and it's not going to be too heavy or anything difficult. It's actually all about support, supporting you, whether you're an agent, whether you're an admin, whether you're a manager. So having this great tool that has so many great options, it's very robust, is awesome. But if you guys don't utilize it and if you don't know how to use it, it doesn't really do us any good. So we do these each week just to make sure you guys know how to use the tool. But I want to give you guys some places today to go to for additional assistance. So we've got a lot of support measures to support you, and the tool itself is very powerful. But what I'm going to go over today is I'm going to show you very specifically and have you guys watch where I go to give you direct step-by-step instructions on each and everything that you could possibly think of for Moxi. So the first thing I really want to address is that when I'm thinking about what we're going to talk about, I do really think about how each and every one of us has a different mindset and a different personality, and how we receive information is completely different, right? So some people are visual. You just need to see it and you're good on a video. Some people need to just really have a step-by-step Word document where it's just written out in text, right? Some people need to have that step-by-step PDF so you can actually see screenshots in addition to the text as well. And then some people just want to have somebody live on the phone with them just to walk them through. And some people are totally fine with getting help through chat. So we're going to really break it down. And today, hopefully, you're going to feel like you have a lot of great options for support in addition to the team that you work with, which is your ASC, your manager, and of course, myself and the rest of the training team. So without further ado, let's go ahead and screen share. Guys, can please go to the chat bar. Please let me know that you can hear me. And you can now also see my screen.
Yes, I can see you and see the screen.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's dive right in. Okay, I want you guys to know how to do everything. And even if it's something we've never talked about before, I'm going to show you how you guys can look for an option to just get very quick help on it. I don't want you to ever feel like you're trying to reinvent the wheel. I don't want you to ever feel like you're going to go into Moxi and have to figure it out for yourself. At this point, there's too many things to help you and too many people with the knowledge ready to help you for you to waste any time at all. We just want you just to jump in and use your resources. So as an example, what you guys can see here, it's just a document that I made, a step-by-step PDF showing how to get your contacts into Google Contacts so that they show up in Moxi. Now, the reason I'm kind of doing this today is because when I did this and started sending this out, got flooded with emails saying, give me this PDF, because it's great to hear it on a video, but you know how it is. You get off the video and you've got 20 other things to go on, and sometimes you forget some of that information, just a lot of information basically. So I created this step-by-step PDF on how to get them out into your Google Contacts. And as you can see, it just broke it down here. I put the text, tell you exactly what to do, but then we also give you the screenshots. So now I made this particular one, and for anyone listening, if you'd like to have this particular one, you can go ahead and shoot your email right now into the comments, and I'll get it to you personally. It actually gives you not only how to get it to sync with Moxi, so that's our platform tool, but Prospect Square, which is an additional marketing tool that the brand Coldwell Banker offers. It shows you how to get it in there too, because for those who don't know, the great thing about the tools that we use is that they actually work together. So Prospect Square also syncs with Moxi. Also syncs with Google. So if you're already taking a couple minutes to get your contacts into Google so they work in Moxi, you don't know this, but they're already ready and available in Prospect Square when you set it up. So that's one thing. Now, I want to give you additional resources for this because we actually got to work with a really great support team in Moxi. So I want to show you how you can get something like this for every single thing you can think of. Creating a presentation, adding custom pages, setting up your website, adding a custom page to your website, you name it. The most simple or the most, advanced thing that we have available for you guys in step-by-step. So the first thing I want you guys to note here is that a location source for you guys to gather any of your information. And I'm going to say this a couple times real quick so that you can write it down. I'll also try to throw it in the chat bar for you as well. I'm going to go ahead and open that chat real quick because I already see 27 people commented something in there. So let's take a quick, oh, great. Look at that flood of emails. I love it. Keep them coming. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, when the audio and the video ends, I'm going to pull that chat bar back out and then I'll copy each and every one of you guys so you guys can have that PDF. Great. I love it. You guys are flying those chat bars today. Okay, so what I'm going to do, and I'll wait till the end of the session so that it doesn't get buried in emails. I'll put the link in here directly so that you can get these access points once and for all, have it saved in your email, saved on your computer. What I like to do is bookmark it as an actual tab in my internet browser. That way it's easy to find, but it's very simple. If you go to support, as you can see in the top here, support.moxiworks.com, this, you guys, is the best training and support place I've ever seen in any tool or any platform. They provide everything to you in a PDF, right? So you can see step by step with screenshot. It gives it to you in text. It also provides it to you in video. So they're catering to all of the learning types here. So let's start off with kind of showing you where to go. And I don't want you guys spending a lot of time in here. This is something that's meant to be super simple, super quick. Again, support.moxiworks.com. Now, the first thing that I want to show you guys in here, let's take a look here. If you can look at my screen, keep your eyes on the screen, there's a couple options. One that actually says contacting support, which I'll get to in a second. But what I really want to show is look how easy this is broken down. So whether it's Moxi Present and you want to learn how to create or add or do something custom or a listing or a personal presentation, you can click on Moxi Present and get all the guides there. The same applies to Engage. So if you don't know how to do the littlest thing, like how to use the tasks to allow Moxi Engage to tell you who to call next and to watch the flow of each of your clients, you can go into Moxi Engage. It's anything and everything from Moxi Engage. The same applies to websites here. So there's a couple of things that won't pertain to you, like the marketing and the talent for right now. But what you're just going to focus on is Present, Engage, and websites. So let's go ahead and just click on one just so I can show you how great this is. And to really bounce off what I'm kind of conveying to you guys is an important place for you to go, please understand that we do work with Moxi every single week. However, when we were learning this tool, myself, Carrie, JD, Judy, we went to this location to learn the tool. So if your trainers are going here, I just want to convey to you that this is where we feel like it's a great place for you guys to go because it helped us greatly across the way. So you can see here very quickly, you have all of these different options, but if I click on see all the articles, it will give me everything for this. And it can be very broken down. So if you don't want to watch a 1 hour training on how to set up your website and you just want to be reminded about custom pages, it is so great that it has it broken down in here where you can actually just go in and just have a 5-minute video or a 3-minute video on where to access that custom pages. So I'm really trying to reiterate here that there's a lot of great stuff in these tools and in these platforms, but I want to break it down as much as possible for each and every one of you to only get what you need when you need it, right? Efficiency. You might only have 5 minutes. So I'm going to help you get the training you need in 5 minutes versus having to watch a 1 hour video. So let's do a quick little example here. So for this, I just clicked on websites within support.moxiworks.com. And then if I go ahead and I click on using a custom homepage, look at how great this is. Okay, first of all, the first thing it does is it actually provides it to me step by step. So it's online, so it's visual. So I don't even have to print it right now if I don't want to, but I'm given this information in not only text so that I can read it, but I'm given screenshots as well. And for many of these, it doesn't just give you screenshots. I'll show you on another one that I can open up here. It will also give you video and a step-by-step guide to download as well. So let's take a quick look here. Let me just find one that I think would probably have. Let's see here, adding social media to your website. So here it is. It's very simple. Whenever you're looking for the step-by-step screenshot PDF guide, it's either at the very top of the article or at the very bottom. So if I click right here on click on the how-to guide, it's going to download it. If you look at the bottom left, wherever your downloads go on your computer, if I open it up now, it's literally the step-by-step guide in here that gives it to me. So I can now print it out, right? So we're catering to you. What is your learning style? What's your adaptation of your memory style? So if you don't want to print it out, then you can just keep it online and it still offers it to you right here. And for those that offer in video, it will actually have the video running right here in your page. So it doesn't even take you anywhere else. So this has just been an incredible, incredible option for us. and a tool that we even use as a support team when we're learning the tool as well. And I really want to also convey, like, if you've got an idea for something and you just feel like, okay, my ASE is so busy right now, or I want you to know that you still reach out to your ASE, you still reach out to us, but sometimes you just want a quick little thing and you kind of want to fly on your own, and maybe it's 8 o'clock at night, maybe it's 10 o'clock at night. This is when this would be great for you guys. So that's the first thing. Now, the other great thing is we've got a support team that's ready to help you as far as Moxi is concerned as well. So right now I'm focusing on Moxi support. Then I'm going to show you how to get support from Schmidt family of companies as well. So there's a multi-way that we can do this here. If you are in support.moxiworks.com, you can either click on this contacting support option, but I want you to see there's another way to get in, even from in Moxi. So the first thing that it's showing you here, you can schedule a call, okay? So what's great about this is there's two different ways. If I use the chat option versus scheduling the call, that's what I'm going to dictate the level of support you're going to get. At the bottom of every single solitary Moxi screen, so that means even inside of Moxi itself, if you look at the bottom, lower right hand, it has a help button. It's pink to some people, it's red to some. It's right here on the support page, as you see, but I have a Moxi Works account open. I have mine open. If you notice at the bottom here, I already started a chat with someone previously, but when you click on that help button, it actually gets you directly in contact with support. So first I'm going to show it to you on the Moxi Works support page, and then I'm going to show it to you in Moxi as well, so that you can see how you can stay in Moxi when you're in there and not even have to get out altogether. So if you're in Moxi support itself, you literally can just click schedule a call. And then what it does is it allows you can do a live call or you can do a live chat. If you just scroll to the bottom here, they use something called Calendly, which is just a way to go ahead and filter out what you're calling about. So when you actually get that conversation going with that person, you're in the right department, right? That just increases your level of support. So if you have a Moxi Present question, you're going to click Moxi Present really quickly. And then you're going to pick the time that is best for you to have this call. So imagine if you're an agent and you have to just go right now, run to go do a listing appointment, but you know you're going to be ready at 2 o'clock for this call. This helps you now budget your time and availability. Or if you need to do a three-way call, whether it's support and you and your team member, or you and your manager, or you and your ASC, this is how it lets you do that. Now, if you click on that, it opens up and expands all your options. So what you're doing is you're no longer being held on hold. That is the key of what's happening here. A lot of support teams through the virus, when you call, you have a very long hold because there's a lot of support needed. So that is the point of this. They've cut out the hold time. You literally can select the time that you want to talk. You'll hit confirm, and then you can put in a very quick little message if you wanted to about what the reason for the call is. And you can choose whether it is a cell phone call, mobile call, or a Zoom call where you can see and screen share, which I do recommend screen share because that way they can walk you through just like I'm doing now, step by step. So this is just an incredible benefit that they've invested in, and the level of support you're going to get by doing these calls and filtering it to the right department is a higher level than if you just did the standard chat option. So I wanted to very quickly convey the difference in the level of support. So higher level if you go through and do these support calls. Now, if you wanted to still obtain support, whether you're in the online moxisupport.com or you're in Moxi itself, you can click on this help option, and you definitely can do a chat where you're going to get a person that's waiting on their team to answer these questions for you. So I'm going to actually do this next part in Moxi so you can see what happens. So when I clicked on the help button in the bottom right hand corner, and again, I'm in Moxi, and it doesn't matter what page you're on. Every single solitary page in Moxi has this support function. And I do see some things still coming in. I am going to filter through chat just so you guys know to filter through the email so I can make sure I have questions that I don't miss. But as you can see here, take a look at what happens. What I did when I first opened my chat, it's just going to ask you what your question is. So you can just type in the word websites, or you can type in a specific question like, how do I add a custom page to my website? What it does is it automatically will just give you some articles and relevance to it, because sometimes it can be answered very quickly by clicking on one of these articles and it takes you to support. But if you don't want to do just an article and you want to get in touch, that's when you click this get in touch button that will come up automatically. And it'll let you do a live chat or you can leave a message. And then when you click get in touch again, what will happen is it will actually let you schedule that call as well. So you can schedule that call or do that live chat either through support.moxi.com like I showed you here, or inside of Moxi, your account on any page. Clicking the chat box in the bottom right-hand corner allows you to have a chat right there with a person. And then if you do leave a message or schedule a call when they're open, their timing's open. I think they're California time, so they might adjust their time by a couple hours, but it'll allow you to get the help you need in the way you need it, right? So I can tell you just off experience, when I do the just generalized chat option, because technically what I'm calling for, I'm looking for things pretty detailed, pretty like heavy, and I'll look into like coding questions. That level is kind of, I'm above that level of where they're at. So where my support and our account advisor, when I talk to her on Fridays, is basically she's saying, if you're looking for anything real heavy duty, make sure you schedule the call, because they're just at a higher level of knowledge of the tool. That's all that it is. But for the most part, you can get your questions answered right here in chat. Now that's how you can get assistance and help with Moxi Support. Before I jump into the questions, in chat, I'm going to show you how to get support from us here at Schmidt family of companies. And by support, I mean, again, a couple different ways to cater to your learning style. One, for those of you who are not aware, we actually have company-wide training. And I'm just going to kind of show you guys this on the CB Ohio calendar that I do. It's going to be on each of your training calendar, every single region. But what's happening now is we have a whole new company broken down training system that is really great. It's kind of hard for you guys to see on this, so I'm going to kind of accelerate my viewpoint here. But if you guys notice, what we've got now on Wednesday, so almost every Wednesday, but every Thursday, we have a training for you that is now available with all regions. So Michigan, Ohio, Florida, it doesn't matter. We want to join together. We're collaborating in a training effort. And if you notice, we now have things broken down in a way that's going to help support you and your training level at the time you need it. So for example, we had Moxi Engage 201. So now instead of just having all of it in one and you're kind of getting a rush of information, it's so much, it's like in one ear and out the other. We've now broken it down to where literally we have 101 for those who are beginners and just kind of getting comfortable. And then we have 201, which is a little bit more in depth, including customized pages and stuff like that. So where that supports you is if you're a more advanced agent, your conversation flow is going to be at your level versus when you're a newer agent, we can start from literally the beginning and say, this is where you log in, this is how you go. And so we do that with Moxi Engage, which is your CRM. And then we do it with Moxi Present and then websites as well. In addition to that, you guys have so much additional support where we're doing Zap training, listings to leads. We're doing social ad engine, exclusive look, brand serve. All of these different tools are available to you on a really clean and easy way that we're presenting it so that it's simple, and intentionally they're different days so that you can focus on that tool for that one day, get it set up, and then get going. And then ultimately the idea is once you've taken 101, then take 201, but that gives you time to actually do the steps in the first one versus just taking, have you ever done that where you've taken the training class and then you didn't do what you're supposed to do just because life came, reality, and then you got even more overwhelmed? So the intention here is that we're helping you work your business at the time you need it and keeping it at your pace. So that's one way that we're assisting you. These are live training. Now, in addition, if you want to continue to get live assistance inside of, what are we at, 10:39? Inside of your Moxi, you all have an option to allow access to your trainer, to your ASC, or to your manager, and we can report, or we can get access from you as well. So if you guys can look at my screen, I'm going to show you how I'm going to flip back and forth between two agents' accounts real quick, and then show you how I got access. So this is relevant because I have had people say, I set up my web page, but for some reason it's not showing. Instead of having to have them like stress out about like, where is it on the top of the right and verbally tell me, watch what I can do. As an admin, ASC, regional trainer, even manager, we've got access to where we can come in, get request access, and you can approve it. Then I can jump right in. I can switch users. So these are the people right now that I have assisted on their sites, and I've helped them with it. So let's take a quick peek. I'm going to open Felicia because I know she won't care. It definitely is a great tool because it's literally taking me into her Moxi account itself, right? But she didn't have to give me her password. So I don't have access to her password. I also don't have access to pulling out anything to keep for the company, like contacts or anything like that. So you have all of your privacy. We just get in enough to be able to help. So if Felicia was able to say, I made a web page, so I'm going to go to her website, and she said, this particular page isn't showing up. Myself as the trainer or your admin or your manager, wherever, however you do it in your office, we can come in. I can just jump. Don't worry about what I'm showing you because this is not a website class, but I can just jump in, and this I've done this many times. I've been able to say, oh, okay, I can see that it's just a hidden page. All you gotta do is do one little click and you're good to go. So if this frees you guys up tremendously, and don't feel like if you're an ASC on this call or an RC that if you don't know something, you can't even do that with us as a trainer. Give us access to your accounts and we can also work with you on that level as well. So it just lets us have that one-on-one. And to be completely honest, with every person I've helped, the feedback has been that it has been such a blessing because they said, I spent an hour trying to figure it out and you took care of it in like 10 seconds. So this is how we give access and get access. And we have showed this before, so it's just kind of a review, but today's all about support. So I want to make sure you guys know where to go. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go switch back to my account just so I can show you guys here real quick. Don't worry about what I'm doing. If you're an ASC and you want to learn how to flip back and forth real quick, we can definitely do that as well privately. But what's going to happen is I'm just going to go in, ask request for approval for, I'll find somebody on this call right now. And I'm going to ask for approval for it, and I'm going to show you how we access it. So every one of you, all you agents, managers, ASCs, everyone, when you're in your main account page in Moxi, and to access that, the top right-hand corner has your profile photo. When you click on it, it says My Account. The way that we're giving access is in the navigational panel on the left-hand side. It literally has a key that says Account Settings. Then you're going to click Account Access. And again, all of these step-by-steps are even available at support.moxiworks.com. And we have training videos we've already done. But if you're going to give your access, so let's say for me, if I'm going to give control of my account access to, let's say, JD, I'm going to click on the first option on the left. So as an agent, you're giving access to someone else. You're going to click Manage. And basically, you're just going to say Invite. So you're inviting someone else into your Moxi account. So I can literally just say JD. It's going to find my results. And then I'm going to hit Add. JD, if you're on, you're getting a notification. Then I'm going to hit Invite. So I want to make sure that you guys see there's just 2 steps here. First, you look them up, and then at the top, don't skip this section, otherwise nothing will happen. You'll click Invite. And now he just received an email that said, JD, Elizabeth is inviting you into her Moxi account where he can approve it and then get into my account. Now, the other way that happens most often, and well, before I do that, as you can see here, so this is who has access. I sent an invitation to JD. And then I also gave Stephanie access to my account as well. So these are the people who approved access versus who I've invited. Now, the other way around, which is what happens most often, is us as trainers, us as managers, ASCs, we can request access. So if you're on and you're like, my goodness, I thought that I have my contacts in here, but for some reason I can't see them, Elizabeth, I can come in and say, okay, well, I'm going to request access to your account. And then I'm going to jump in and take a look and see what your contacts look like. For us, we would come in here to say other account access. So literally, we're requesting control of other people's account. We're going to click Manage. And it's the exact same process. So as you can see here, I can request by looking that person up. Let's see here. Let's go ahead. I'm just going to do JD again. So this is his account. I'm going to click add when it finds him. And this is going to show anybody across our board of companies here too. And again, the second step is click request. And now he's going to go into my requested section here as soon as it loads. Okay, so this is who I've asked to have access to his account, and I'm waiting for him to have to approve it. Now, these are all the people that I've already approved, right? So this can be time sensitive too. Like, let's just say Jeff's like, hey, fix this, but then for some reason he doesn't want me to still have access, which never happens, but we still have the ability to remove it. So it's not forever access. If you'd like to stipulate, hey, can you get access just for this or whatever, then we can go ahead and remove it afterward. But to be 100% honest, everybody leaves access on because it's just 10 times easier just to say, hey, can you jump into my account and look something really quick without having to request access again. Now, what happened when I sent that request to JD, it did two things. It sent him an email, and I think the email might actually say from Schmidt Family of Companies, but it literally says, Elizabeth has requested access. He'll click on that email, it'll take him in here, and then he'll approve it. But if you look at the left-hand side, I still have the same navigational panel I had before, and it's just under account settings is where we are. What's going to happen is you're going to have, I think it's like an orange, and I think the color is orange, but the number of notifications you have in here would be right here. So if you have one request, it's going to be like an orange number 1, so it'll be obvious. When you click on that and expand it, you're going to now have in your account access right here. It's actually going to take you right where you need to go. And then you're going to click, I think it'll say approve. And then as soon as you hit approve, bam, immediately I've got access to your account and we can work together as a team. And as you can see, I mean, watch how quickly as an admin or an account assister here, I can flip back and forth. I can go into manager accounts. I can go into your ASC accounts. I can just very quickly jump in and switch in and take a look right inside your account itself. So that annoyance of trying to like explain to me where you are and what's happening, we cut that clutter out. As an ASC, keep in mind, this is how you can also help your agents stay on track. Do they have their bios in there? It just gives you access to really see what you can do to assist them more, which is what we're doing in Ohio with our managers right now. We're just making sure everyone's on the same page and seeing how we can assist them. So that's how we do a physical in-account support to you. But additional to that, for Schmidt Family of Companies, we do take a great amount of time to make sure you have recorded videos. So even this training, it's going to go into this location. So it's SchmidtResources.com. If you are new to us, this might be new to you, but if you're not, you've heard this literally 6 million times. But that's because we're driving you there for a purpose. So in SchmidtResources.com, if you click on your region, we have 2 ways to access the videos that we have for you. And first of all, to make it simple, to kind of clear the clutter, we have a Moxi Works tab right here, and you all have one. And then in the Moxi Works tab, you can see we have the Moxi Mondays playlist. If you click here, it takes you right into the Schmidt Video Classroom, and you can see those videos. But as an example of some of the things we'll put on the home page for you, like the benefits of Moxi, we made that PDF. Click on it and it'll download it right on your screen. So sometimes it'll be right here on your screen, and sometimes you just click and it takes you into the Schmidt Video Classroom, where it's gonna be those videos of everything that we've trained every single time. So if you wanted to do a custom page and present, you can literally click on that video, start watching us. And what I love the most about it is you guys see how I have multiple tabs. So for my learning style, I need to see it and hear it, and I have to do it, guys. If I don't do it, it is out of my mind, and I have 50 million other things I'm thinking about for the company or for whatever. So for me, I like to watch it and pause it, and then I jump right when we're at the point where he's showing it to me or that Moxi's showing it to me, I like to jump right into my account on my other tab and physically go in and do what they're teaching me at that exact minute, right? So it just helps adaption of information, making it easier. I'm gonna go ahead and close out all these tabs now. So that's one way to get in. The other way to get in through SchmidtResources.com, it just literally takes you to the same place, so you know. We have a video square in the same SchmidtResources.com, and I'll reiterate all these places to go when we're done and put them in the comments. But we have a video and social media tab, which has JD's photo. So I always say follow JD. He'll take you into the video. And this is literally SchmidtVideoClassroom.com. So this is just a collection of everything, whether it is an innovation exchange, which we've done. We've got Moxi, we've got social media, account tech, we've got listings to leads, you name it. All the training is here, and you can very simply and easily filter out by using the search bar here. Let's say you just wanted to get custom pages and you didn't want to have to take the time to read through those. You can literally hit custom and it will filter it out just to find custom pages. So what we've really covered today is just all of the support options. You can, let's reiterate, go to support.moxiworks.com. And in doing so, you can get PDFs to print or look at visually online. You can also get videos to look at online through support.moxiworks.com. You can also schedule a phone conversation or a Zoom call, or you can also use the chat option. Now, as far as inside of Moxi itself, the same options apply when you're down here clicking on the help button, bottom right-hand corner of any Moxi screen you're ever on. And then you can access the chat. You can access support links, but you can also go ahead and schedule that call as well for an hour from now, for 20 minutes from now, or gosh, maybe a week from now, if you're going to have a call with more than one person, kind of like a meeting like we're doing now. Let me go ahead and get out of his account. And then in addition to that, the third support point would be our SchmidtResources.com and our video classroom under the Moxi tab as well. So there's a lot of great places for you guys to get the support you need, like on the fly. Like we just don't have time sometimes. You guys are dealing with buyers, you're dealing with sellers. There's a million questions. You've got, there's kids going on, there's school, there's a whole bunch of things on our mind. So I'm trying to clear the clutter basically and get you the help you need at the second you need it. So whether that's us or Moxi, just know that if you are ever feeling like you've taken more than like 10 minutes to figure something out, you're wasting your time. I'm just telling you. Get to one of these sources, get the answer, get to your admin, let us help you figure it out, get on with your day, focus on your buyer, focus on your seller, those kinds of things. So let's go ahead and jump into the chat screen here. And remember, I am going to go ahead and gather all of your emails here. There's quite a few. And I'm going to go ahead and get to you the one PDF that I made right here, which is how to get your contacts into Gmail contacts so that they sync with both Moxi and also Prospect Square, which is a marketing tool, which we do offer in our training, by the way. We cover Prospect Square. So if you're not familiar with that, please look at your state calendars in your training center, and then they'll tell you exactly what day and time. All right, so give me just a quick second here. When I tell you there are so many chats, there's probably like 70 some now that I'm looking through very quickly here. So give me just one quick second. If you have any questions on what I've shown you, please go ahead right now and ask them. But what I would like for you guys to do too, I'm going to go in the chat bar and I'm going to type in support.moxiworks.com. And what you guys can do is copy and paste it. So if you want to email it to yourself, I tend to do that, you guys. If there's a special link that I need and I don't just favorite it in my browser, I will open an email. I will email that link to myself, and then I'll put it in a folder labeled help or support or training. Right? That way you've got like all of your links in one place. So, if that's something you guys want to consider, that's a great help source point. All of your links from Moxi, maybe all your links for listings to leads, whatever it needs to be. But here we go. I just gave you guys support.moxiworks.com. The other location point, obviously, this one, but it's SchmidtResources.com. But we do have a variety of levels of how long you've been with us on this call right now. So for those of you who are newer, it's bear with us as you kind of look through all the emails, but support.moxiworks.com is in there. SchmidtResources.com is in there. And then you also have us as your training team to share your account information from. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Give me 3 seconds to run through. I want to find all of the emails or the questions in here that do not pertain to just an email. Good, you guys. I love your I love your interaction today and how much of you guys want to get in and get support getting this done. I'd love for a follow-up to see how many contacts we got in after this call. Okay, so I want one. I've got some private messages in here. Great. It's a good thing when I have too many comments rather than none. Okay, perfect. Well, I got a lot of private messages too, thanking me for getting all the, excuse me, all these resource points. A lot of people saying that they didn't realize it could be so easy in private messaging too, which is great. Again, you guys, none of this stuff is like easy until you're shown it. I mean, it makes sense for it to be overwhelming or seem stressful. It is to even us until we get it. I think not knowing what you don't know, that alone in itself is just an annoying, thing that can stop you. So, okay, I don't see any specific questions. I saw one. Let's see here. This is Rose from the Palm Coast office. We have phoned their support team and very helpful. These tips and links are and will be very helpful to our agents. Thank you. Thank you so much for that feedback. Every single Friday, still, we meet with Moxi themselves, and I need your feedback. If you're having difficulty with any of these, elements, your feedback is supposed to come through myself, Carrie, JD, or Judy. And when we're conversating, we're literally telling them, hey, this happened on this call, and they're going to work on changing that support feature or that person or the level of support so that we can make it a positive experience for you. We haven't had that problem yet, but just know we're a direct outlet to Moxi. So your feedback it's not only going to help you, but it helps us to also cater to ideas of what we can ask them to implement or create to make your life better for an agent. Okay, let's take a look here. After I talk for a minute, my voice tends to go out, so apologize, guys. Hey, I like that, Tammy S. This is an excellent meeting. Good. Well, I don't have any specific questions. So hopefully I covered all of the different great areas for you. Please leave today feeling supported, knowing that you're supported, and then remember to, save those locations for support and ask for help. Do not ever in a million years feel like you're annoying us by asking a question you think you should know. I think so many of you on the call kind of feel like that sometimes, where you feel like, I don't want to ask this question because I should already know it, or I don't want to ask this question because I was literally on their training, they covered it, and I should have wrote it down and I didn't. The concept here is for us to support you, whether that's 1 time or 10 times or 1,000. So we are here to help you. If you have any questions, by all means, please reach out to us at any time. Reach out to your ASC. And then my suggestion, guys, as I kind of cut this call off now, you are all in an office with an ASC. Why don't you all go in right now and give access to your ASC? That just cuts out that 1 minute. That way, when you have the call, it's just a very quick thing for them to jump in and say, okay, I already have account access and let me support you and assist you. And for ASCs on the call that want more support with that, please reach out to me directly via email and we can set up a time for ASCs. I know each region, I think we have calls with ASCs. But if you need training on that or additional support, we're here to help you with that. It's elizabeth.glass@cbschmidtohio.com. Okay, well, I want to leave all of you guys having a great day and a great week. Thank you so much for joining us. And I guess until next time, thanks guys. Look for an email from me on your PDF that I'm going to send you now in just 5 minutes. Thanks guys. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.